Florence had always dreamed of being a teacher. As a child, she would gather neighborhood children, teaching them with nothing but sticks and chalk. So when she finally landed a teaching job in a private primary school in Ibadan, she felt proud. She was married to a loving husband, and together they had 3 beautiful children. Life, by all means, should have been easier. But reality painted a different picture. Florence's salary was just 18,000 naira a month. With 3 children to feed, school fees to pay, and daily household needs, her income barely scratched the surface. Her husband worked hard too, but together it still wasn't enough. Month after month ended in debt. And yet, Florence showed up to work every single day with a smile, even when her heart was tired. After a long, exhausting day at school, Florence would come home, help with homework, prepare dinner, and lie awake at night, wondering how to make ends meet. She loved teaching deeply, but something inside her knew. It couldn't go on like this. Something had to change. One quiet Sunday afternoon, as she folded laundry in the backyard, her husband noticed the sadness in her eyes. "You've been quiet lately," he said gently. She looked at him and said, "I'm just tired. I want to do more. For us." He reached for her hand. "Then do it. I believe in you." And just like that, a tiny spark lit up inside her. Florence had always been an excellent cook. At church gatherings or birthday parties, friends and neighbors raved about her meals. Her jollof rice, famous, her peppered goat meat, a dish that could brighten any day. One morning, while walking past a small food vendor near her school, Florence saw a crowd gathered around the woman's stand. And in that moment, it hit her. "I can do this. I have what it takes." That night, she shared the idea with her husband. "Let's try it," he said, without hesitation. With only 8,000 naira in hand, Florence bought ingredients and prepared a cooler filled with jollof rice, dodo, and peppered meat. She set up a humble stand near a busy junction and prayed. Florence's hands trembled as she opened her cooler for the first time. She had never sold food on the street before. But soon, the rich aroma of her food began to speak louder than her nerves. By noon, everything was gone, sold out. That day changed everything. The next day, she cooked again, and again, and again. People started calling her by name. Well, not her name exactly. They called her the woman with the spicy goat meat. Every day after school, Florence would cook deep into the night, package her food, and rise early to sell. Her husband helped where he could. Her children proudly told their friends, "Mummy has a food stand." After months of juggling teaching and cooking, Florence made a bold, life-changing decision. She resigned from her teaching job. Her colleagues were stunned. "You left a stable job to sell food?" they asked. But Florence smiled. She had found something more than a job. She had found purpose. She knew her path was different. Business wasn't always smooth. There were days when rain ruined her sales or when the price of ingredients soared. But Florence never gave up. She reinvested, learned from mistakes, and kept improving her recipes. Her husband stood firmly by her side, helping with deliveries, watching the kids, cheering her on. Before long, Florence moved from her roadside stand to a rented shop. She registered her business, Florence's Pot. She hired 1 assistant, then 2. Soon, banks, schools, and even party organizers began placing orders. Within a few short years, Florence's Pot became a household name in her part of Ibadan. Her Instagram page exploded with followers. People from outside the city began placing weekend orders. She expanded her business to outdoor catering. She even launched a delivery service. With hard work, she bought a small delivery van, hired more staff, and created job opportunities for others. From just a cooler and a borrowed umbrella, Florence had built an empire, but success didn't change her heart. Florence began organizing free cooking classes for young women. She taught them how to start small, how to budget, and most importantly, how to believe in themselves. She always told them, "I started with 8,000 naira and faith. You can start too." Her story inspired many. She was invited to speak on radio and at women's programs. Her husband often sat in the front row, smiling with pride, and her children, they now called her Mummy the businesswoman. Her journey, built on sacrifice, courage, and perseverance, proved one thing clearly: greatness often starts from the smallest steps. Florence's story reminds us, no dream is too small, no beginning is too humble. What truly matters is the courage to start, the will to keep going, and the heart to give back when you rise. If she could build an empire from 8,000 naira and faith, imagine what you could do if only you believe in yourself. Did this story inspire you? Then don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, drop a comment, tell us. What part of Florence's journey touched you the most? Share it with someone who needs a little push of inspiration. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful real-life stories that uplift and encourage. Your support helps us share more stories like this with the world. Thank you for watching.